Hey, what's up, guys? This is Dale here from the band Seether, and you're watching So Fucking Cool.
Good. How's the tour going for you so far?
Tour's been good. It's been good. It's been well attended. Got buddies out on the road. That's always nice. Like the guys from Tremonti on some of the shows. Guys from Nonpoint on some of the shows. So that's what makes a tour cool for me, at least. You know, as much as the crowd and the attendance and the vibe. You know, it's the people you're with and the guys you hang out afterwards and slam beers with after the show. You know, that's what makes it cool.
It's always got to be easier though when you know people. You know what I mean? I mean, sometimes a label might put you with someone you don't belong with, and it's egos clash, and you know what I mean. It's got to be fucked having to deal with that shit all that time, especially when you're in such close quarters. You may have your own bus and shit, but
I mean, backstage is a pretty small area, so
for sure.
If you're trying to avoid someone or someone's a douchebag, that sucks because you're invariably going to run into them at some point. So.
Right, definitely.
So yeah, it's definitely nice, being out with friends and at least people we know and we've become friends with, and keeps it cool, keeps it fun.
Very cool. Now the new album, Isolate and Medicate. First off, I got to say it's amazing. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
And it's a different sound. I mean, you guys can tell that you had a little bit more freedom, so to speak, with this album.
Yeah, we did. I think a big part of it was us switching record labels.
Yeah.
And our new label is very much just kind of gave us the sort of free reign to just do whatever we want, which, it's kind of what we do with the old label, but they always were trying to stick their noses in and say, no, do this, don't do that, sort of steer the ship, and everything was a fight.
Right.
Anything we wanted to do is this label's like, hey, we trust you guys, your track record speaks for itself, so go make the album and tell us when it's done. We want to hear it.
Very cool, man.
And so we're like, well, yeah, so we just went in and just kind of did whatever we want, and it was cool, man. We worked with Brendan O'Brien again, who he's become our guy now, I guess. So yeah, it's just, we got the whole team back together and just had fun with it. We didn't have label people sticking their nose in and, well, I want to come to the studio and hear what's going on, and
it's gotta be the worst.
Having to ban people from coming to the studio, which what we had to do, like on previous albums, like, that guy's not showing up here. If he shows up, we're leaving, kind of thing.
Right. Yeah, definitely. I mean, if you guys got your own shit, you guys know how you want it done. It's got to be that much pressure on you to have someone go and say, you know what, we think that it's going to be this. It's like, we're our own fucking band. We know what we want.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Someone telling you, that sucks, or change it. Like, we take it personally. We put a lot of time and effort and thought into the music. So when someone insults it like that, and it's always this game, that they would play where they're like, well, if we tell them, do more songs, we're not there yet, then. Oh. Hey, it's all good. And it's this game they would play, and they say, no, it's not there yet. We need more songs. We don't have a single. And in their minds, they're like, yeah, we're really pushing them, and we're really gonna get the best out of them. But in our minds, we're like, fuck you guys.
Yeah, for sure.
Can you insult us like that after,
all
the albums we've sold for you and all the money we've made you and the work that we've put into this stuff. So, I guess one does get a little sensitive sometimes about that stuff, because it is very personal to us, the music.
Yeah, definitely, man. I mean, well, you guys did something that I've never really seen any band do. I mean, you guys released Unbroken, came out, and then you guys say, you know what, fucking, I don't like the change that you made. We're do it our own way again and put more songs on it and change shit the way you want. You know what I mean?
And that was also not initially our idea, but whenever something like that would happen, us as the band would say, okay, well, if we have to do this, we want to do it our way and release new material, so that it's not just a case of adding one song to an album and trying to resell it to people who already own the album. That's like a major slap in the face. So we're generally, against doing that kind of stuff, but it's oftentimes it's a fight you can't win. So you say, okay, well, if we have to do it let's at least just put like basically attach an EP to it, so people are getting some new music, you know, force them to go out and buy this thing now. So I mean, it's, you know, we respect our fans, and we appreciate our fans. We don't want to do them like that, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
So we want to take care of them, and you know, and I guess support them as much as they've supported us. You know, the handful of people that buy CDs still, you know, we owe it to them, so we don't want to treat them badly.
You got to admit, though, I mean, shit is completely different the way it was. I mean, before you were able to put out a single or two, and it really didn't matter what the album was because it was just like, your guy's going to get it. You know what I mean? Now they can kick Spotify or wherever the fuck they're going to click this day, and they can listen to the whole shit before they decide to buy it or download it. Either way, you know what I mean? So it's like a complete game changer.
It is, man. Like, I can't even, you know, some days I just think about it, and I would never have thought 15 years ago, like when we started out, that it would be like this, that it would be so different. I mean, we used to have like demo tapes, like cassettes, still, you know, back in the 90s and that. And I mean, I don't even think if you handed a kid today a cassette tape, they'd be like,
"What is this thing?"
It's you know,
it's a throwback.
This belongs in a museum, you know. Yeah. But yeah, and it happened quick too. I mean, the last 5 years have been insane.
Oh God, yeah.
Just the way things have, you know. I mean, the last 10 years, you know, absolutely. You know, that's when the sort of YouTubes and that kind of stuff started. But man, the last 5 with all the streaming and I mean, it's unreal. I mean, it's cool. I mean, it's as a music fan, it's nice to
but it
have
cool
access.
For you know what I mean? I mean, people got to realize this is still a job, man. This is like to make money.
Yeah, it's hard for bands now, and I'd say it's harder than ever, you know, for a band to break themselves. And I mean, ironically, the music's more out there than it's ever been, and it's never been easy to get your music in people's ears, but it's that much harder because I don't know if people aren't going to shows. I don't know if rock music's considered cool anymore. I feel like rock's kind of taken a back seat to a lot of you know, electronica and that kind of stuff.
That's so crazy, man.
And it's weird.
I remember a rave would be like, you get a flyer and fucking call this at 8:30 to know what warehouse you're going to show up. Now these guys are like playing actual shows. There's a time that they're going to go on. It's like, get the fuck out of here. And you watch them, and you know that motherfucker just pushed play. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's the greatest scam. Like, you know, they'll get, DJ so-and-so, you know, all the way from Greece, you know, to play one night only in this place. And you see the guy, and he's like
dancing,
he's fiddling with knobs, and he's like adjusting stuff, and you're like, it's like me, you know, putting on the CD and air guitaring, like.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm not saying that the beats aren't cool and whatever he did in his studio at home. I mean, yeah, cool, you know, you got some good songs, whatever, but don't pretend you like, you know, doing it on, you're doing it right there. It's like, come on, man. You think. Well, I guess people are stupid.
You're never gonna get that unique show where he's just like, oh, did you see him do this? He fucking made the bass drop.
And then the next night, could you hear that was different because I dropped it in the, you know, I dropped the bass sooner. Like, it's dumb. There's actually a video of a kid like behind the desk, and there's a camera right here, and you see him like, you know, just faking that he's twisting knobs and stuff, but he's, you know, he's about an inch away from the knob. I'm like, yeah, it's a good scam, man.
Yeah, for sure it is.
I should be a DJ, and they get paid well, too.
Well, you know what's fucked, man? Any celebrity these days can go ahead and say, you know what? Such and such is a DJ tonight. Come out and see them.
Yeah. Like, you know, Kanye West is DJing tonight. And he just hits play on his laptop and pretends he's doing stuff, dance a bit, you know.
Yeah, it's fucking.
Have a few drinks and.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah, I'll take my 50 grand.
50
and
grand,
leave.
Easy, you know what I mean?
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's so dumb. But hey, I mean, yes, I suppose that's where music is now, and you know what kids like, and you know there's still rock fans out there. So
yeah, for sure. I mean,
and I think there always will be. I think there'll always be those loyal few. It's just not the cool thing, you know. But you know, fuck the cool thing. You know, it's you know, it's like it's kind of what rock is about anyway. You know, it's not about, you know, I don't think rock was ever meant to be, you know, the most popular thing out there. I think it was always meant to be for, you know, people who felt a little bit, or at least, you know, the kind of music I grew up listening to, and wanting to do. It was always, you know, for people that were maybe a little different, or, you know, people that maybe felt disenfranchised, you know, that maybe that's a bit strong of a word, but maybe people that feel like they didn't fit in with the, you know, I don't know, the popular kids or the status quo, you know, people that were a little off center, you know, that's sort of, I think, where rock and metal and that kind of stuff belongs, you know.
Yeah, for sure, man. Definitely.
So at least, you know, when I was growing up, that's how I felt, and, you know, I really got a lot from music, and you know, and throughout my life, you know, it's helped me a lot.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, think about it. There's so many kids out there that go ahead and listen to lyrics, and they're going to go ahead and look at the sheet and say, you know, like, they feel like that song was written for them, whatever mood they are in that day. You know what I mean? Electronica, you're never going to get that shit. You're never going to be like, you know, the way he fucking played that boom, boom, boom. It was like, that was in my head that time. But, you know, actual lyric and actual guitar riff, you could be like, man, you know?
Right. And I get it, you know, going out partying, taking drugs, and, you know, you need a 4/4 beat to move to, fine. But yeah, I think, you know, nothing can really replace music with substance, and you're right with, you know, people say to us all the time, like, oh, you know, they'll come to show and they'll be like, oh, you know, I relate so much to that song, or that song helped me through this, or, and that's why music helps. That's why it's therapeutic, you know. And I use it, you know, if I'm, you know, going through something. First thing I do is just, you know, get in my little world. I listen to music, and it's nice to know that someone else out there might have felt the same, and, you know, hopefully overcome it, or
for sure,
you know, might have been through the same thing, and it feels good to know, to feel like you're not alone.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly. Yep.
And I'm not really the person to really go out and speak to people and, you know, about my feelings and stuff. You know, that's never been something that I've really done. So for me, it's important to, you know, music's always
you're
been there for me, you know? Yeah.
Now, this day and age, though, you know, the downloads, all that shit, and the social media, though, I mean, it's got to be so different, though, for the fans to actually feel like they actually know you as a person, because, I looked you up on your Wikipedia. I've seen your tweets today. I've seen this Facebook. You know what I mean? I mean, back in the day, there was a little bit of mystery involved. Yeah. You know, this dude might be doing this, or did you hear this? So it's a rumor, but now it's just like, let me pull my fucking phone out. And
exactly. Yeah. Google, you know, what he had for breakfast kind of thing.
Yeah.
And we've actually tried to stay, I mean, you can't really stay away from social media. I mean, it's just all around us, but you know, we don't completely whore ourselves out to it. You know, I don't think I've ever tweeted anything in my life. Like, I'll get on Facebook, and, you know, we have our Seether Facebook, but we're not on it every 5 seconds. You know,
right. Yeah, you know the good balance of
and there needs to be be a bit of, and, you know, we have people that, you know, update it for us, you know, because it's hard for us to do it, you know, from here, but so we'll send them pictures and things, but yeah, I mean, it's, you know, like when I was a kid, and, you know, like bands like, you know, like AC/DC, I mean, they were like rock stars, man, like
definitely,
like superheroes, and, you know, like they weren't real people, you know. It was like this this crazy thing, and that's gone now.
Yeah, I mean, you got Ozzy doing TV shows showing what his life was.
I know, like, and that was so, you know, that show was just, I mean, it was funny, I'll give it that, but it was just kind of sad, you know, to see like
that's Ozzy was like, that's
Prince
his
of
home life.
Darkness, like
dog shitting on the floor.
Yeah, and I mean, he can, you know, shuffling around there, and, you know, he can barely talk, and she just hauled him out, man, to make to make money, and, you know, the poor guy probably just wanted to be left alone. But
for sure.
And we did Ozfest around that time when that show came out, and yeah, it was just bizarre, you know, and those kids, like, I remember seeing those kids, like, in bars and clubs and stuff, like, they couldn't have been more than, like, 15 or 16.
Right.
Like, in Hollywood, and I'm like, wow, I've seen the show, I know these kids are, like,
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, teenagers.
But it's Hollywood. It's like, oh, you're famous. Come in. Wouldn't give a shit, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Guess who's here today?
Yeah.
I didn't send out my first tweet here.
Right, yeah, yeah.
Fuck.
So, yeah, it's just funny. The world's just funny, man. The longer I'm in it, the more I feel like I don't really fit in. All this, like, I don't know, just this weird culture we live in, you know, with the narcissistic entitlement of people, not even just kids today, but just people. You know, it's look at me, here's a selfie, this is what I had for lunch. I know you all want to see it because I'm so special, you know.
Yeah.
Of course you want to know what I had for lunch. You know, it's like, so it's just pretentious and narcissistic.
Definitely.
And voyeuristic. You know, I mean, and I'm guilty. I'm on Facebook a lot because, you know, a lot of time I just kind of sit around in a room by myself and don't really do much. But I'll be on Facebook, so I feel like I'm kind of socializing in a way, just like reading posts and looking at friends' pictures. And
the drama's my favorite.
Yeah, and then, you know, video, like someone posted a video, cool, you know. So it's a good time waster, but it's also just like, wow, you know, what's...
Yeah, for sure.
What's happening, man?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, you gotta think of it this way too.
That's how I know I'm getting old. Like these kids today.
Years ago, like, a rock star didn't want his shit in a commercial. He didn't want it on it. You know, they're like, fuck that, I ain't selling out.
Yeah.
Nowadays, it's just like, I'm on this commercial, and they're so excited because they know that shit's gonna get played 100 times a day, and it's like their only outlet that's out there to get into the mainstream. I mean, MTV fucking... If you get lucky, you're going to be in between
teenage pregnancy shows for about 35 seconds.
Yeah.
At best.
You're like, oh, there was my name at the bottom, so you know what I mean? There was my little plug before there was videos and shit. You know?
And unless you're flashing your tits or doing something wacky, then they're not going to play you.
Mm.
So it's just this weird, like, culture of, like, you know, catering to, like, young girls, basically, because, I mean, the only people that really buy CDs anymore are 13-year-old girls and rednecks.
Yeah.
So if you sing in country or you're Miley Cyrus, you know, then you'll sell albums. But anything else, no, you're kind of screwed.
Yeah, exactly.
But again, what kind of role model is Miley Cyrus to a 13-year-old kid?
Right.
You know. So there's this weird, like... And then, yeah, and that ties in all the pregnancy shows, yeah. That's why these 15-year-olds are getting knocked up. But, yeah, it's just weird, man. I just feel like things are a lot different than when I grew up.
Yeah, definitely. You
know, in the 80s and the 90s is, you know, really when I sort of grew up. But, yeah, it wasn't like this. And, you know, my parents said the same thing, and theirs did, you know. And I guess that's just part of life. And it's just... Once you're used to one thing and it changes to another, you know, it's not impossible, but it's just, you know, it's just weird to make the transition. So
definitely,
it's part of growing up, getting old, hating new music and turn that noise off, like my parents said to me.
Right?
Why is that? It's Metallica. Turn it off. It's rubbish. No, it's great. Really, they're gonna go down in history. Bullshit. You know.
Now, you guys still go out and you did still make videos, you still do all that. The last video you guys did, the Same Damn Life, man, that was pretty awesome, you know, I mean. Thanks,
yeah. That's another thing that's changed is, you know, video technology. You know, back in the day, we'd shoot a video, it cost like best part of $500,000. There was a crew of about 35 people. And then with that came, you know, the crafts and services vans and this and that and just camera rigs and cranes and reels of tape. And I mean, it was this massive production. Now a couple dudes roll in with those like SLR cameras and, you know, a couple different lenses or whatever. And you shoot it like that and it costs you like 10 grand.
Yep.
You know, all digital. So, I mean, that's changed just as much as the music has changed. It's crazy. But that was a fun one. That was a fun one to make. I our director Nathan Healy, and it was very hard for me to sit in a chair for almost 5 hours, having that stuff stuck to your face, and not being able to like itch yourself, and I'm itching thinking about it. And just I'm sitting there, but at the same time, I mean, it wasn't boring. I mean, it was fascinating to see how these people do it. I kind of wish I'd set up a little camera and just done one of those like time lapse, just put it all into like 30 seconds,
All the makeup process
and just like,
and everything like that.
Yeah. So in hindsight, but it was fun, man. The makeup was incredible. Like they really knew what they were doing, to the point where some of the extras, some of the actual old people, are standing around, just chit-chatting, between takes. Really cool people, they really had fun doing it. But there were at least 2 of them that thought I was a genuine old guy.
Right.
And they're like, oh, this and we chatting, and like, hi, how are you? And I'm like, I'm okay. I'm just itching under the stuff. You can't scratch. You just got to sort of pat it, They're like, what do you mean? I'm like, oh no, this latex. They're like, is that makeup? Is that latex? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I'm 35. They're like, how do you really look? I'm like, I don't even know anymore. Like, we'll see when the makeup comes off. What's going on? But it was weird. And then once or twice, I like walked out to the street, having a smoke. See these kids roll by. I think I said something to someone. I forget, but it was just, I really wanted to like go out that night and just drink and just rage hard. Like, who's this old man? Like, guzzling Jaeger bombs, jumping on the bar kind of thing.
Right. Yeah, that was awesome.
But no, that was a fun one. Definitely one of my favorite videos we've done, and I think certainly the funniest. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
This weekend, Rise Above Festival.
Mm.
You ever think about, instead of the one-off, a whole festival, like a tour, like the Mayhem or the whatever one they have going out this year,
Yeah, like an uproar or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, something we've just mentioned, nothing we've really spoken about with any kind of expectations or anything. Logistically, I think that would be a hard thing to do, but not impossible.
Right.
And this Rise Above Fest grows every year, so
yeah, it's getting. People look forward to it.
Yeah, and it's been great, and the beauty is it's fun. It's a great day, but it's for a good cause too. So yeah, it'd be great to just extend a couple more dates. Maybe. Just pepper it around the sort of northeast at first, and see how it goes, and then
going out for a full-fledged.
Yeah, and then maybe do like a full run of it, but that's something we'll think about in the future. But
how do you guys get the lineup? I mean, this year you got Godsmack, I see Slash is there, Papa Roach.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just people that or you say, hey.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of friends, doing favors for us. Godsmack, came to the plate. Papa Roach, we've known those guys since the beginning.
Right.
We've both been Godsmack. I mean, we've all been doing this a really long time, together. So I think there's a definite camaraderie there, and a mutual respect, and yeah, it's nice to have friends in the business, and I think also people just they believe in the cause and they're behind the cause.
Right.
And it's not just okay, I'll do it for you, pal. It's like no, yeah, we agree with you. This is a problem, and something needs to change, and let's open people's eyes to it for a day.
Yeah, definitely.
And raise some money and hopefully help some people. So it's good. I think, doing nice things feels good.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm. So not that that's what we're doing. I mean, it is really a problem, but yeah, I think people like to do nice things, and yeah, a lot of good people playing this festival.
The whole experience is going to be great, though. You know, I mean, people know
Yeah.
that you're there for a reason. You know what I mean? It ain't just like, let's all get together and get fucked up for the day. You know, I mean, you guys got a whole cause behind the show.
Yeah.
You're opening people's eyes up. I mean, and some of the crowd, I'm sure, have been, you know, affected by some of
Yeah.
the same things that went on. So it's got to be a...
Yeah, and I think everyone knows someone who, you know, has a family member or a friend or a, you know, someone I was in college with, or, you know, I think everyone knows someone or has lost someone,
Right.
you know, to suicide. Pardon me. Because I mean, it is a real problem, and it's a big problem in the military as well. You know, we get a lot of veterans, you know, that come out to the show, and you know, we get to meet a lot of them, fortunately, and hear their stories, and you know, and hopefully it helps them, and you know, at least for one day, you know, if they can forget about things for a day and
Right. Get your mind
have some kind of relief. I mean, I know it's a daily fight and a daily struggle. You know, just to get out of bed sometimes, and yeah, I mean, it's you know, it's a big problem.
Yeah, definitely is.
And you know, there's no real quick fix for it, but you know, hopefully, we just want people to know that, you know, there are people they can talk to, and you know, different ways to go about it, and they're not alone. You know,
Right. Yeah.
I think it's a lot more common than people think, because it's taboo. You know,
Yeah, definitely.
no one's like, oh, I'm feeling so suicidal. It's like, no, you bottle it up and you plaster on a fake smile and put that veneer on, and you go about your day. That's why everyone's like, oh, so you know what happened to so and so? You know, he jumped out of a window. It's like, oh, he seemed so happy. I saw him last week. You know, and that's the thing. You know, people don't want to be around sad people. So it's you know, as humans, our whole existence is based on trying to fit into the pack,
Right.
and be one of the, you know, not be ostracized. Where let's say 200,000 years ago, if you weren't accepted, that was your ass. Like,
Yeah,
you know, no food, no protection, no fire. Like, you were lion food, and that still happens today. And that, as a result of that, you know, people will do whatever they can just to fit in and be accepted, and that's one of the things. You
Yeah,
know?
definitely. I mean, and unfortunately, this day and age, you go around and feel sad, and you're going out and showing your emotions. People are like, this dude's a cunt. Like, fucking, he's just looking
Yeah, what
for
a
you know
dick.
what I mean?
Yeah. Negative Nancy, you
Yeah.
know, and you know, it's a tough one. You know, it's a complex situation, and you know, I mean, mental illness it's a very, very common thing. It's a very common thing these days. But yeah, man, hopefully we can, you know, if we can just help a couple people,
So
you
you
know,
guys
that.
are doing great so far, man. I mean, you know.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been good. Last year was great. You know, we raised a lot of money for Save, the foundation that we partner up with, and I think this year's, you know, probably going to be even more. So.
Oh yeah, I mean the hype. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? I mean, I've seen.
And everyone, man, like we had so many people just, you know, our management, you know, just reached feelers out to their friends and agents and things, and so many people just donated stuff, you know, for an auction for
I seen
you know,
that.
for the
That's
charity, and
very cool.
signed guitars and, you know, drum heads and this and that and everything. And I'm actually doing a motorcycle ride with me, because it's my thing. I ride bikes, and so I'm not exactly sure on the details, but I guess it's a bike ride with Dale. So hopefully that'll bring in another $50, and
Yeah, right.
you know.
Fuck, man, Dave
We'll see.
Mustaine just got $5,000 to go, and he'll write a song with you. So.
That's Dave Mustaine, though. If I was like, come write a song with Dale, they'll be like, okay, what are you gonna pay me? To write? You give me $50.
Yeah, right. So after this tour wraps up, you're going to go over to Australia for a little bit, and then maybe South America, show a tour there?
We just got back from
Okay.
South America, which was killer. Very, very cool. But we got some stuff with Three Doors Down coming up, stateside. And then we're going to go back to Europe South Africa, we need to go back there as well, like probably September. And I'd imagine, well, they're probably just going to fill us up till December, you know.
Right.
That's the way it normally goes. But you know, you got to strike while the iron's hot.
Yeah, definitely.
And you know, things are good right now. So
you're just gonna keep on pushing though. After this is done, you guys are going back to the studio.
Yeah, and you know, I mean, that's what we do. You know, we tour, and then you know, we take a bit of a break. Now we take a break. We never used to.
Right.
Back in the day, you know, but now that we can afford to not tour for 6 months, you know, we're like, okay, let's take a couple months off and then regroup and step away. You know, I don't ever want to see a guitar.
Remember what your house looks like.
Yeah, exactly,
you know
exactly.
I mean?
Yeah, just be home again. You know, sleep in a bed and pack your suitcase, and yeah, just completely. You know, I won't even look at a guitar for like 2 months. I don't want to touch one.
Right.
But then when you pick it up again, you're like, oh, okay, yeah, I missed you. You know, like, and then you want to play, and then that's when ideas come out and thoughts and, you know, melodies and song ideas and riffs and things. So yeah, take a step back and then really get in and you know, write some new songs and go back in the studio and yeah, do it all again.
Now, was this a one-off with the label you just signed to? Was this one-off, and then you have the ability to go with them again, or maybe do something like that?
Well, we signed a 7-album deal with Wind Up Records.
Okay.
And we were working on the 6th when they sold our rights, or the rights, you know, to the band and the music and everything to Concord. We had no idea. We just read a press release one day.
Oh, that's gotta be amazing.
We're busy writing for the new album. We read this press release, and it's kind of like the scuba diver that comes up and the boat's gone.
Right.
You're just kind of thinking like,
I just got fucking traded.
Up ours, you know, like what now? You know, we knew nothing about Concord, but they turned out to be great and really supportive and allowed us to make the album we wanted to make, and yeah, and they've been great, you know, with the marketing, and so it's been a great experience with them, and so we owe them one more, you know, because they basically just took over from Wind Up, so that'll be us. Even though we've released more, Wind Up didn't count all the albums we released, so technically the next one will be our 7th. And then I guess, you know, depending on what they want to do or what we want to do, you know, then it's like, okay, we'll do a re-sign for another 5 albums, or you know, do we, you know, whatever we want to do, you know. So we'll sort of cross that bridge when the time comes. But
this day you see everybody doing like the pledge drive or things like that, but it's what these kids don't understand is it's the only way you can guarantee to sell at least that many records, because they fucking bought that shit ahead of time.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Downloading your shit. You know what I mean? You're like, well, at least I know I fucking sold how many I put out for the, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And that's the other school of thought. I mean, you know, this is sort of something you can do nowadays. Because, I mean, CDs are all but obsolete.
Right.
So, theoretically, you could, providing you have a career already, which we do.
Yeah, you definitely do.
You know, you could just go in a studio, record like 3 songs, release those to iTunes, and go tour for 6 months.
Right.
And then, you know, just have like a good sort of marketing team and a management team and a booking agency and get a couple things in place, and you know, which we have, and you know, just release it straight to, you know, basically straight to iTunes for whoever wants to buy it, and then hit the road and then come off, do another 3 songs, and just, you know, just kind of go like that, you know. I mean, it's funny to think, you know, it's almost like in the 50s, you know, you'd like release a single and tour on the single, and then go back and record it, you know, and then release that one and just tour on this, you know, instead of, you know, release an LP and then tour on that for 2 years and then record another 12, 13 songs. And
nowadays it's all fucking spun around, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's weird. It's bizarre. And I mean, you know, kids will buy like 2 or 3 songs on iTunes anyway, You know, you always see the singles always have the, oh, this popular, this mini board or whatever, and then all the other songs are like.
Right, yeah.
So it's really, you know, making albums for who, you know.
Yeah, exactly. And then, like I said, it's got to be so awkward for a kid to come up to you and be like, just downloaded your album, man. It was awesome. The music
and we get
was
it.
Great.
We had kids with like burnt CDs. Like, will you sign it? And we're like,
are you fucking kidding me?
And you want to be mad, but you're like, this kid just doesn't know. Like he doesn't think he's doing anything wrong. So I can't really be, you know.
Yeah.
And then, you know,
Maybe
you kind of sign it.
Today,
Yeah. But yeah, and I mean, you know, we make albums, you know, for it to be an album.
Yeah.
You know, from the artwork to the music to the theme of the whole thing to the running list of the songs to, I mean, it's not an accidental thing. It's all very, very well thought out, and we put a lot of time into that. You know, so people just grabbing songs here and there that almost sort of misses the point of what we're trying to achieve, or the sort of journey you're supposed to go on.
Right.
When you put the CD in, like when we were kids, and there's new Guns N' Roses out, awesome, and you rode your bike down to the shop and you saved money and you bought it and you got home and you put it on and you looked at the pictures and you read every lyric and you listened to the whole thing like 3 times, you know. And this doesn't happen anymore. It's because it's too easy. You don't have to ride your bike down. You don't have to save. You know, like buying CDs in South Africa was like, it was a lot of money, man.
Right.
I mean, when I was a kid, CDs were like, you know, about 200 Rand, which, I mean, I didn't have 200 Rand. I mean, that was a lot of money, you know,
right.
when I was like a kid in high school and shit. So yeah, I mean, you know, if you bought a CD, like you had to really want it, because you weren't going to buy another one for a while.
Yeah, definitely.
And I guess in our own way, we pirated music too. You know, I'd record songs off the radio onto a tape.
Intro in there.
Or if a buddy had a CD that I just couldn't afford, you know, I'd put it on the tape. I will say all the CDs that I did record onto a tape when I was a kid, and you know, became, you know, I recorded because I was a fan of all these bands. I have bought all those CDs again, like over and over again, because I used to always leave massive CD. I used to have this big case, you know, you buy those big like CD wallet things.
Mm-hmm.
I lost like 3 of those, like left them on like tour buses, airplanes, like just random shit. You go buy them all again, and then I bought them all on iTunes. So I don't feel guilty about my piracy as a boy. Hey, it made me want to play, made me want to do this, you know.
Right.
So I can kind of get it, you know, if you're a broke kid and you just have to listen to this music and it inspires you and speaks to you, I guess I can't really have a problem with that. But if you got the money,
go out
and you just try to like, I'm gonna stick to the man, then, you know, fuck you.
Yeah, definitely. I remember when record stores first started that deal where you put the headphones on, you could listen to the CD in the store.
Oh yeah.
Like, oh my god. That
was rad. Yeah, just like the kids standing there for like 20 minutes, like line forming, man. It's gonna be the last song. It's gonna make sure.
Yeah, that was crazy shit, man.
Back in the day, yeah, man.
But people want to follow up. They want to know anything about you. Seether.com is the best bet.
Yeah, Seether.com. We also got a Facebook, Seether official Facebook, and pretty much everything's up there.
So website, and then everything will be linked off from there.
Yeah, everything's on the site. Yeah, so Seether.com, and that's got like tour dates and anything, you know, if people want to come out, and, you know, links to buy tickets and shit like that.
Cool.
So
all right, man.
Yeah,
I appreciate your time.
Yeah, man.
And for being a good guest, I want to give you the new Image portable vaporizer.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. Go ahead and
awesome.
Dry herb, wax, whatever you want to.
Oh, dude.
Go ahead and enjoy with that bad boy.
That's killer, man. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Appreciate that.
Thank you for your time.
Wow, that's beautiful.